beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city, you probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition. Boy, no, we undefeated. What you heard, let you heard. We eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it costs for the pair, extra with the band. Young Cruiser King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day. I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This is taken just shy of the 10. Throwing first play is Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That is caught. He got 29 yards that time.
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Extra receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calm.
Pickett lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Throwing again on second down. Pickett. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. First carry for Najee Harris. Oh, it bowls over it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. It's like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd and 12, Pickett. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Pickett back to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They run for it with Harris. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wouldn't let the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Harris going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got through, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Again, it's Harris, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Pickett on 4th down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 3 yards out. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They go play action now. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Second down and goal. Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Steps away to his left. Open man downfield is Johnson. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Pickett. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense. Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And avoids the contact by sliding. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Pickett will look to throw it here. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
But I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The run there on 1st down gets them a yard to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball. And they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. Now Jackson. forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And some room to roam now.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Another run here with Dobbins. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Pickett now on first down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Second and 10. It's Pickett again.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Pickett.
Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down.
He completes it to Jones.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 29,
Pickett.
That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
29 yards.
And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.